Hey peeps, it's me Kay. Welcome to my channel or welcome back if you are already a subscriber. So I have a little bit of a different video for you today. This is actually a requested video from my friend Chris. Hey Chris. So it is early. It is 8:39 a.m. I am just waking up, me and the brat. I'm going to make some coffee, but I wanted to do this little intro as a disclaimer of what you're going to see today. I am not a vet or a nutritionist. What you see today is what I do for my dog, um, and what you do for your dog may be totally different, of course, because your dog have different dietary needs than mine. So, if you don't know, my dog, Brooklyn, aka the brat, is a pit bull Doberman, and she is quite small. She just turned 3, but she's very lean. She definitely has the body of a Doberman. Um, so she's a little underweight. So what I use for my dog, you may not need for your dog because your dog may not be underweight. So she requires more calories in her diet um, than your dog may require. So I'm not giving like measurements of anything, but I will share with you the recipe generator that I used in the beginning when I was, getting a recipe for her. Um, I've basically used the same recipe. I've been cooking for her for, let's see, she just turned 3. I would say maybe, probably about 2 years, maybe. About 2 years. Because I think I started, she was maybe about a year and a half, maybe, something like that. I think, yeah, she was almost 2. So maybe a year and a half, maybe a year and a half. Let's say a year and a half. I don't really remember. But um, in the beginning, that's what I used. I used balanceit.com. It's a recipe generator. It's free. You basically put in everything you're going to put in the meal. So, like today, for instance, she's going to get ground turkey, chicken thighs. So you would put that into, and it has everything separated for you. It has your protein separated from your carbs, from your vegetables, fruit, whatever. It will generate a recipe so you know exactly how much to put into that recipe. But since I've been doing this for a while, I kind of know how much to put in her food, and so I don't really measure as much. I measure a little on certain things, but not a lot. So I'm not giving any measurements. What else did I want to say? Oh, I have people that I learned from, Dr. Judy Morgan, Dr. Karen Becker, um, so many others, and I'm going to link them down in the description box below. If you're deciding to do a homemade diet, I personally will check out Dr. Judy Morgan first because she has this whole webinar that she did many years ago, and if I can find the exact link to that webinar, I will link that because that's what helped me and jumpstart me making the brat's food. So any other disclaimers do I want to say? I don't have a big kitchen. I live in New York City. My kitchen is teeny tiny, so I can't show you like from all different angles, and I got a little bit of counter space, so I would just show you as I go. It may not be the best filming because, like I said, my kitchen is small. Even though I have a tripod right here, you are literally on my counter, and I have very little counter space. So I will show you as much as I can, um, each little step that I do. I'm going to do some prep work now because I have things that's coming from Amazon Fresh that I'm going to be using, and I'm also going grocery shopping for the house at Costco um, today as well, but that's not until later because they don't open until 10. So right now what I'm going to do is I am going to clean and cut her sweet potatoes. and I'm going to get those cooked. And I'm going to also get the protein, and I'll show you the proteins that I'm going to cook for her today. I'm going to get those done. So then when I come back, I don't have a ton of stuff to do because I don't know if you know, if you haven't been following me, I have a back injury that I had 2007, I think. And I still suffer a lot of pain, especially recently. But anyway, I can't stand for long periods of time. I can't do anything for long periods of time. Can't stand for long, can't sit for long. So I try to make it a little bit easier on myself and do things in, a little bit at a time. So, like I said, I'm going to do the prep work. I'm going to show you what I'm doing for the most part. I think that's pretty much it. I don't know if I'm going to do treats today. If I don't do treats today, I may do them tomorrow. But it will be in this video as well, I think. Or maybe I'll do the treats separately. I'm not sure. But stay tuned if you do. Treats are so very simple. There's no measurements for that at all. But anyway, I told Chris I would do it. And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for you, Chris. So excuse what I look like. But, it's morning and I'm not here for my looks. So, yeah. So I'm going to make some coffee and we're going to get this going. And I'll show you every step of the way. All right, you guys. I'll be back. Okay, peeps, so this is the protein besides the eggs, because I'll probably put a couple of eggs in there too. This is what I am making for the brat today. So just doing one piece of salmon. I just wanted you to see the packaging. It's from Costco. Actually, my son bought this for himself. He loves salmon. Do you say salmon or salmon? Sometimes I say both ways. So anyway, so he bought it for himself, but he went out of town, so he left his salmon for his sister to enjoy, and she will enjoy it because I don't eat it. But anyway, so we made some for her a couple of days ago because it's the first time she ever had it, and she loved it. She loves everything pretty much, but she really, really loved it. So um, she has a couple of pieces in here, and then she has a whole full bag to enjoy. So we got that. Then this is chicken liver. I'm not using this whole thing, obviously. I'm going to use probably about 5 ounces. I usually separate this. I usually can get like maybe 2 more Ziplocs of 5-ish ounces, and I usually freeze the rest till I need it. Again, like I said, the salmon. And then we're going to do ground turkey. I buy this from Costco as well. It comes in a pack of 4. And we're going to do chicken thighs. And I think this comes in a pack of 6, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's a pack of 6. So, I know it seems like a lot of protein, and it is. But you have to remember, I make a big batch. And I freeze part of it, and I refrigerate part of it. So, what I don't put in the refrigerator, I put it in the refrigerator for about a few days. I would say 3, maybe 3 days is probably enough for about 3 days. And then the rest, I freeze it. And so when I'm ready for the rest, I just take it out and I thaw it out, and then we use the rest. So that is the protein that we're going to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken thighs in my Instapot. Normally, I would just boil it and be done with it. But because I have so much other stuff to do today, like go to Costco, I'm going to put this in the Instapot and get this done. And then I'm going to do the ground turkey. And then I'll either put this in, probably just put it in a pan and just let it cook like that. Or throw it in with this. I'm not even sure. But either way, I'll let you guys see what I'm doing. And yeah, I'm going to drink my coffee first because I need it. And I'm going to put this in the Instapot first. And then I'm going to drink my coffee. And that's it. All right, I'll be back. Okay, peeps, we have 2 small sweet potatoes that I cut up and have them boiling here on the stove right now while my while her chicken thighs are in the Instapot. There's the brat waiting for some nibbles. She's already had breakfast already. Right. Mama's about to have her coffee. Okay, peeps, I'm back from Costco. I have her chicken thighs are already done. So what I usually do is I use my kitchen shears and I just, chop it up because it's a lot easier. So that I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to start with the ground turkey and probably put the fish in the oven, and I'll show you as I get that finished up. All right, I'll be back. Okay, I got all the chicken all shredded up, and we have the ground turkey and the chicken liver, and I do the same thing. I just chop it up like this. That is the oven for me to turn the fish over. So hold on. Okay, peeps, I put the fish in already. I use my shears to get that all chopped up as well. I'm gonna add the chicken in there, and the sweet potatoes are done. They've been done, so they're waiting to go in. And then I have to wait for the Amazon fresh order because it has the pumpkin and her green beans. I think that's what I'm waiting for. All right, so I will be back once that is done. Okay, peeps, since I had so much to do today and I still have to wait for her Amazon fresh order, I decided to use my cheat, which is baby food. So I'm going to add these peas in, so this way I don't have to worry about cooking the green beans when they come, and then all I have to do is stir in the pumpkin and she'd be good to go. So if you don't want to do all the chopping and all that, you can use baby food because the ingredients are great. Let me see if it'll focus. Let's see, there we go. Peas and water, there's the ingredients. So I'm going to put these in her food, so then all I have to worry about is the pumpkin, and I'm going to give her a little taste test because she's been super patient. She always gets a taste test when I cook. So hold on, I'm going to stir this in. All right, we're going to give the brat taste test. Come on, boo-boo. So she's not missing anything but the pumpkin, but she can have that for dinner. Look at her. Ready? She's like, what you think? Wait, excuse me. Excuse me. You know better. Look at me. We'll get it. See how fast she eats? This is why I chop everything up small, because even with a slow feeder, girlfriend is getting down. Okay, Amazon fresh order came. I just kept out what I ordered for Brooklyn. I am unhappy because her pumpkin, all the cans are bent. Look, like somebody, I've never had this happen. Every last can is dented. So I will be contacting Amazon. What in the world? I don't know if this got damaged in delivery or they just sent me damaged cans, but every last one of them. But anyway, there's the dog next door. So this is the brand. Happy Belly is the Amazon, I guess, generic brand, and this is 100% organic pumpkin, and you guys, it's only $1.99 right now. So as you can see, let's see the ingredients. Here we go. Organic pumpkin, no filling, no filling. Don't get filling for your dog. So this is what I usually use for the brat. I'm gonna put half a can into her mix. Here's the green beans that I get. I usually get green beans and carrots and peas, but the carrots and peas were out of stock. I think these were only like $1.29, so I got 2 of those. I got her some more peanut butter because she was running out. So this is 100% peanuts. There is No, um, let's see if my camera will focus. It's just peanuts. So no um, xylitol or anything. You want to get just the natural peanut butter. So this is what I usually use. Not only this brand, but other brands. But this brand I usually just order from Amazon because it's usually the cheapest. And then I got some quick oats, which is also the Amazon brand. And I use this in her food. Sometimes I also use this to make treats. I grind it in my magic bullet and make oat flour if I'm going to do some baked treats. And I'll show you that in another video as well. And also sometimes I give this to her for breakfast. I make her oatmeal and I put an egg in it. And if I have some fruit, I put some fruit in it, like blueberries or strawberries or bananas, a little peanut butter sometimes. So I'll show you that sometimes too. And then the last but not least, I got the ground chicken that I told you about. So it's 1 pound. I got 3 of them. So yeah, I'm gonna mix in a half a can of the pumpkin, and I'll show you how it looks all put together, and then we'll sit down and have a little chit chat for our outro. Sorry, it's been a long day, you guys. It's almost 3 o'clock. All right, I'll be back. All right, so I have her food stored up and ready to go. This is going in the refrigerator. So the pumpkin's been added. I also add turmeric and ginger and cinnamon, and you guys can look up the benefits of those yourself. And then here is what I'm going to freeze along with her leftover pumpkin. So I like to flatten it out because it thaws really quickly. So this will probably last her about a week, maybe a little bit over a week. And then we will make something else. All right, you guys. So stay tuned, and I'm going to come back and we're going to sit down and have a little chit chat, and then I'm going to say goodbye till next time. Okay, peeps. So I thought I would have a sit down and just talk to you about a couple of little things that to end this video. Um, that I know a lot of things concern people when it comes to a homemade diet, and I just wanted to touch on just a couple of things. If this is something that you want to do, definitely research, and more research. That's number one. So let me just tell you why I even started cooking for her. Because okay, so first off, how I got her is from my ex. I always wanted a dog, but I did not want a puppy, and I did not. I really wanted a dog, but I didn't think I had the patience, the knowledge, or the financial means to have a dog. And just one day, my ex came with Brooklyn, and I instantly fell in love with her. But it was difficult. It was difficult, and I really did question whether keeping her was the right decision, because I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Nothing I was doing in the beginning was working. Like, she was constantly sick all the time. I was constantly in and out of vets, and honestly, I really didn't get no real answers. They had me switching all these foods, and I swear at least three of the different vets gave me the same, I would say, 3 or 4 brands of kibble, and none of them worked. One I know for sure, I can remember, is Hill Science. And then all the other ones I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure you know all the popular brands. Yeah, I think the vets must get some kind of cut from it. I don't know, because it's just crazy that all of them recommended the exact same ones, and none of them worked for her. They were making her sick. And she was already small, and she was just losing weight constantly. She couldn't afford to lose any more weight. She's already small. I'm just starting to get some weight on her. She's just starting to gain weight. And so it was difficult. And after the last bag of kibble I bought, and it was coming out of both ends. I just said, that's it. There's got to be something out there better. So I think I went to YouTube or Google, and I typed in homemade food for dogs or something like that. And of course, I got the whole Just for Dogs brands and all the other, food companies that make homemade dog food. But I wanted to know how I can make it, because I couldn't afford all the packaged stuff. So I stumbled upon Dr. Judy Morgan, and she had this long webinar. It was long, you guys, but it was so informative. I had my little notepad, and I was taking notes as I watched. I didn't watch it all in one sitting, because I would have been there all day. It's really long, but it's so good. And I recommend, if you're going to do this, that you watch that webinar first before you do anything, because I didn't know any of this stuff pretty much that she went over in her webinar. And I follow her on all her social media. She always have great tips and great advice. I wish I would have known about so much more before. um but yeah, you live and you learn, right? So I do the best I can right now. So that's why I started cooking for her, because she was just, nothing was working. I tried every brand I think possible of kibble. Um, the ones for sensitive stomach, the one with limited ingredients, and honestly, none of them worked, you guys. None of them worked for her. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should do this, because I know people. I know the convenience of kibble, so I'm not here to tell you what to do with your dog. I'm just telling you what worked for mine. So, um, what else did I want to talk about? So, just so you know, what I made today is not considered a complete diet for her. She does get supplements, because dogs need everything. They need a lot of stuff, which is why, kibble is the way it is, because it has all the things. So in order for you to make it balanced, you have to make sure you have all the things. And like I said, I'm not here to educate you. I'm just here to share what I do. She does take supplements. She takes a probiotic, prebiotic. It's a two in one, I guess, and a multivitamin, with calcium. Um, with her meals, when I serve her meals, I usually drizzle some type of oil, coconut, olive. If I have fish oil, fish oil. Um, what else? I actually found a multivitamin on um, Amazon that I never seen before, and it literally says it has everything. Like, it has the probiotics, the prebiotics, the fish oil, um, the vitamins. So I have to look it up a little bit more, but I may eventually switch to that one or another one. Um, Other thing, people always talk about the cost. So I have a little cheat sheet that I wrote a couple of things down. So if you see me looking down, that's why. The cost. So I am on a strictly tight budget. Okay. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. Um, I don't buy the best of the best, because I can't afford the best of the best. I can't even afford it for myself. So I definitely can't afford it for her. Um, if I can go organic, I'll do it. If not, then I feed her what I feed myself. So the same ground turkey that I make for her, I make for myself. I don't really eat ground chicken like that, but I buy the ground chicken for her. Um, I just think, though, the best of the best is the best for her. What I'm doing is better than kibble, in my opinion. So I do the best I can with what I can afford, and like I said, she's striving on it. So I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. Yeah, so I think the cost, if you if you have a butcher, that's excellent. I just realized the other day when I was running errands, the only butcher that I know in my area is closed. So it's sad because uh, I would used to get my I started getting my organ meat from her. I mean from him at the butcher, but they're closed. So I just buy them at the grocery store. Usually it's chicken liver or beef liver. Every now and then I'll see hearts, chicken hearts, but not that often. I do see gizzards. I'll usually get gizzards. And let me tell you, the organ meats gross me out. They do. They gross me out. They don't smell good at all, but they are good for dogs. Again, do your research. Um, but yeah, so the organ meats are cheap though. That is the thing. They are really cheap. So that's a good thing. Yeah, I say go to if you're gonna buy if you can buy your the meat in bulk like you may do for your family like I do. Go to Costco. Costco is in walking distance from my house, so it's not a big deal for me to go and get meat. So yeah, I shop around. As you see, I buy some from Amazon Fresh. I buy some from the local grocery stores around here. So I usually just go and see who has the best deal for my money, and I go there. So yeah, for cost, I think it's pretty. It's probably cheaper. I would think than kibble, because kibble costs a lot unless you get like the really cheap brands, which is I don't know. I don't know if it's better or worse, but I'll leave that up to you. But um, yeah, for cost, I think you can do great with just buying in bulk and where you can shop around for the best deals like you do for your own family, I'm sure. Another thing is time. People think it takes a lot of time. Now, I know because of the way I did things today, it may seem like it takes all day, but it really doesn't. It takes like less than an hour. And the next time I'll probably do it more in real time because today was just a really busy day. I had to do groceries and I had to wait for the Amazon Fresh order, so it probably seemed like it's an all day process, but it really isn't. It's not an all day process at all. What I usually do is I make her food um, on a day, if I can help it, that I don't have to cook for myself. So then I don't have to cook for me and her. So I usually cook for myself, you know, in somewhat of a bulk for enough for a few days leftovers. And now that it's just me, um, and my son is away, I don't have to cook a lot more. So that's great. So as far as time is concerned, like I said, you can throw everything in an instant pot. I don't do it. I did that in the beginning, and I was just putting too much liquid, and it was making her food too wet. So I haven't figured out the appropriate amount to do it all like that anymore. And I don't mind doing it the way I do it. When I know I'm about to cook for her, I usually know a day or two before time, and I usually will do like the vegetables, like the potatoes or whatever, things that I have to chop up or cook. Like the potatoes take a little bit longer. I usually do stuff like that ahead of time and just have it ready and mix it into her food. The meat is always last because I usually have to wait for that to thaw out. But as far as the vegetables, I usually have those done. And I buy mostly frozen because it's just convenient and it's quicker. If I can buy fresh, I will. She does eat some, like she loves cucumbers. She loves them, loves them. Anytime I'm making a salad, she comes running because she knows that she's gonna get it. So she eats a lot of fresh fruit, and she's not crazy about lettuce. Lettuce, I think she can't quite figure out how to eat lettuce. So she's not that big on lettuce, but definitely cucumbers she loves, and I was trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know. And as far as the resources, like I said, I'll have everybody that I learned from because I'm still learning. I'm not an expert. Down in the description box below. Dr. Jessica, I'm not going to say her last name because I will butcher it, but she actually has, she's a vet and she has a few videos where she goes through step by step. the recipe, the amount, and she also has a downloadable PDF with all the recipe, all the macros, so you get how many calories, how much protein, how much carbs, how much everything. So if you want to try that in the beginning, I tried it for Brooklyn in the beginning too, and it was great. I printed it out and I had showed this is in the early stages when I was just starting to make it. I printed it out and I showed it to the vet, and she gave it the okay. So if that's something you want to do, if I find a video, I will link that directly too. Um, what else? What else? What else? Did I talk about the supplements? I think I said I add turmeric, ginger, cinnamon to her food as well. Again, do your own research. Um, can't remember if there's anything else. I know I will do the treats videos in another video because I didn't buy any. I wanted to do the frozen yogurt ones because those are really quick and easy. Um, and I didn't buy any of the kefir that I usually buy, and I didn't buy any fruit. I totally forgot to add it to my cart because I usually order the kefir from Amazon Fresh because it's cheaper, and I forgot. So, um, what else? The other great thing about homemade diets is um, they poop less. They poop less. Like she usually poops like once a day, but she pees a lot. She pees a lot. So that's that. There's that. So depends on which one you prefer, I guess. But she pees a lot because the food is so moist. At first, when I first started, I thought something was wrong. I'm like, why is she peeing so much? Like she pees so much that I have to have a wee wee pad because I live in an apartment building and I cannot run downstairs every single time she has to go pee. So shows, she has a wee wee pad still, in addition to going outside. So I think that is pretty much it. I don't want this to be longer than it has to be. I want to thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions that I can possibly answer, like I said, I'm not an expert, I'm not a vet, and I'm not a nutritionist. But if I found a video or something or information that may help you, I can try to send you in that direction. But definitely talk to your own personal vet about anything before you change your dog's diet. You know how it goes. But I was doing this as a favor for my friend Chris because I think she's interested in how it is all done. And like I said, it's not difficult. I might have made it difficult today because of all the stuff I had to do today. But the next time I make her food, I'll do it in more real time. And I'm not going to make these on a regular basis because a lot of her meals are pretty much the same. The next one will be a little bit different. I'll probably do like the ground chicken and something else. I don't know. We'll see. So that is it. If you have any questions, again, feel free to ask if I can answer it. Please subscribe if you have not already. Give me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're going to try it. If I forget to add somebody in the description box, let me know because I'm pretty forgetful. But I'll try to remember to do it as soon as I upload everything and edit it all together. And that is it. So stay tuned. I will be doing a couple of little treat videos soon. And that is it for now. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day. This one is trying to snooze. Her belly is full. And that is it. I'm getting warm because I turned my AC off because it's so loud and it's literally right there. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, you guys. Bye. Do you want to say bye? You want to say bye to the people? Say thanks for watching. You don't want to say you're so rude. Say goodbye to the people. Say subscribe. Okay.